You coming into the fray of Sky Kings as the jungle. And that would be a huge mess to his ego as we welcome you, ladies and gentlemen, to game number 2 of Geek Fam and Onic.
And like I mentioned before, it's gonna be dangerous because Geek Fam might be not playing too aggressively to dive into the Onic jungler like on the first game because it's gonna be dangerous. But Kaja, they need to like put all eyes on the Baloyski because Baloyski is using a pick-off hero and it's gonna be dangerous if the Divine Judgment happening. A lot of heroes can following up Baloyski movement.
I agree, but that is when he gets that level 4. Earlier on, I do believe that there is a certain amount of power in the formation coming in from Onic with a pick-off as well as that early game damage from Sans, but here it is.
Well, Flicker early there from Beloy, just getting the slow down, and it's a big Flicker resource burnt out. Not too sure about that worth, but they were looking for first blood. Keyboy even saved his Flicker. So yeah, again, big win for Onic. Oh, Beloy able to escape for now, but Albert was the one who secured.
In these particular scenarios.
50-50.
50-50? All right, so both of these teams are looking for 50-50 as they are all collapsing onto the turtle.
Beautiful Thorn Rose to dodge away from the Tyrant's Revenge, but does seem like Onic have more control here. Defensive Phantom Execution used up. Meanwhile, whoa, where's Luke at? That's a Flicker used up, no penalty. Oh, he still has the penalty zone. But both teams are actually not going to go for it just yet. Keyboy with the good Tyrant's Revenge, locking Luke down. No Flicker, but he does have that penalty zone. He's saving it. Wow, the calculations from Luke.
And Boots and Keyboy know it. That's why they didn't want to dive into the outer bottom turret. It's going to be dangerous if penalty zone have been used.
Keyboy, no ult just yet, no rage to play with. Beloy, on the other hand, has that Divine Judgment. Oh, Nile gets splashed with some damage. Sans dealing a lot. Phantom Execution used up with the Cold Altar as well. Now giving them a lot of HP. Retribution, but the Tyrant's Rage is timed perfectly onto it. Divine Judgment defensively, but Boots runs him down. Beloy, 1 HP under the turret. That's a DPC, and it saves Beloy. Nile picks up the first blood. It's a big W for the Geeks.
Oh, huge trade here for the side of Geek Fam, being able to pick up a member as well as that neutral required for them to contest these neutral objectives if they're kind of behind in rotations.
There's a different option that maybe they can move to the gold lane, Eterna. That they can like having pressure to Chadera and making CW doing the plating. So it can lead the gold, but yeah, first turtle. All of the turtles right now is really important.
Wait, that damage. Torn apart memory used up as well. CW taken very low. And this is what you can see from a very good Brody player. Never afraid to use that torn apart memory as poke. You don't need to just use it as an execute.
We have a fun fact here by Grab. Wait a minute, Albert.
Oh, that's a lockdown, but the Cold Altar saves him. Chadera with the solo kill. Up top with a good flicker in. Now a boy with the Stampede, bringing both of them back under the turret. Chadera with the torn apart memory, but the Cold Altar comes in and Sans splashes Chadera, finding a kill. Keyboy with the Tyrant's Revenge, but it is a boy who finds a kill onto Albert. A 2-for-1, definitely still value for small win.
A little bit small
Ronnie
win.
would say
Yeah.
it's small wins builds up. That's the copia in Ghani
That's
right
the
now.
copy of
But
Ngani
yeah,
right now.
if we see at the goal difference, I think it's not too far away. So Onic successfully still farming.
Tyrant's Revenge and the Rage used up. No Inspire though, so there's no actual kill threat. Beloy just walks out, and Luke has rotated from the bottom lane all the way to the top lane. We have an audience prediction here, and wow, I think this is the first time ever. Oh.
Doesn't get punished in the first few minutes of the game.
Because Brody didn't need the items on the early game to shine. As we know, the torn apart memory is already being painful.
Good vision from Beloyski. He's going to be, engaged on though in the back. The Phantom Executions connects Cold Altar versus Cold Altar, but Niall's able to get them back down. Divine Judgment onto Boots, very low. Consecration gets him back to half.
Wow, they still want the team fight, and the kiting is really good using the Cold Altar to make them back and go away without any kill points from both of the teams.
Whoa.
Almost cancelled by the go away. CW using this really well, but wow, Niall still wants to go in. Inspire used up by CW for the sustain. Penalty zone. CW is 0-2-1.
Well, it's a hard time for CW but in exchange, Onic got the third lore, so there is no perfect turtle for Geek Farm right now. It's how they need to make CW fat. They need to make CW do the farming.
Seems like Geek Fam are just taking all the resources away, not giving them the necessary space to look for that CW power spike. How far is he from hitting that power spike? Oh, he's actually quite close. The golden staff should be built in around the 9th minute.
He's super behind though. Okay, so he's behind in like 400 gold. That's not too bad actually.
That's not too
CW is catching up finally. Beloyski here does look like he is looking for a play. But what are we expecting here from Onic? Do we just wait on CW's power spike, or is there something else that can be done?
That's the first thing, and the
Even if you don't get any kills in the laning phase, as long as you're able to clear it out and siege the turrets down, that's a big W. Divine Judgment. Penalty zone used up as well. Already, there's a lot of things just thrown out here with the Cold Ultra on a 2 of both of the teams used up. Thorn Rose getting CW low. Boots able to escape. Tyrant's Rage onto 2, but there's no real follow-up. CW still playing in the back. Tournament memory to be used up in the Phantom Execution. To the back, finds 3. Onic forced back, and Keyboy is taken to 1 HP with that bloody retribution from Niall.
1-4-0 trade here for the side of Geek Fam. Boots trying to opening up vision and give information towards his team, but in the end, I do not think that he is going to be able to make a miracle play happen. But look at this, Albert is actually re-entering this. It's going to be a 50-50. Albert, they want to go for it.
Siren's Revenge, lock and loop down. There you go, that's a deadly catch. Niall versus Albert, but Beloy does not. He's waiting for it. Oh, it's a stampede into a penalty zone, into a torn apart memory. The Wombo combo from Geek Fam. Now it's a go away from CW, forcing them in this tight spot. Now there's a lot of damage pulled in by the Muddles. CW versus the world. Now it's a Phantom Execution onto the back. CW eating up that damage, but it has the Inspire to sustain back up.
The usage of the resources, the timing, that was just wonderful. It was a symphony of just skills coming in from Geek Fam. Unfortunately, like you guys mentioned, CW being able to get the better of it. That would have ended so much worse for Onic had that not happened. But still, in the end, at the end of the day, it's Geek Fam going in.
Oh, torn apart memory to the back. Boots. Oh, saved by the Cult Altar. Just in time. That's a very good disengage from Onic. They're able to defend the tier 2 in the bottom lane, but they lose out the tier 2 in the mid and top. So it's still a win for Geek Fam. Keyboy charging. Niall able to dodge away from that with the Thorn Rose, and both teams, again, are chill.
I think it's a ticking bomb for Geek Fam. Miracle.
Geek Fam really need to understand before they commit into the team fights. But I believe that Geek Fam have been adapting really well towards Onic. They see that Onic rotating with a 4-1, they rotate with 3-2. Lancelot putting pressure in the top side. We saw earlier on that Terizla was controlling that bottom side. And in these long, drawn-out team fights, especially for the neutral objective, which is exactly what we're seeing on screen, it might be the exact same scenario that we saw in game number 1, where Onic tunnel vision. Let's hope that they don't make the same mistake twice. Albert level 15, Niall level 15. The only difference is Niall doesn't have his ultimate up just yet, but look at the Lord already at half health.
And even Beloyski, look. He's prepared to do the flanking games. He will try to pick out CW later. But Boots is the attention seeker. He needs to put all eyes on Boots, so the Geek Vams didn't need to pay the attention where Keyboy is at.
That's a reset. Boots has done enough. He's actually backed Niall out. And that's a torn apart memory. A penalty zone even used up. A bit too aggressive, I feel like. That's a deadly catch. Now from Albert to disengage. And for both of these teams, they will reset again. But Geek Fam are still holding on to that Lord. They're trying to get it to a position where it's easily reset here. Beloy's trying desperately, but look at Boots just standing closer to the Lord, not giving Geek Fam aggro. Keyboy charging the Tyrant's Revenge. A good spot out with the Muddles. As Luke gets chunked with 2 basic attacks. Just with the Muddles though. Beloy looking for another opening. Niall going in. Boots dashing forward, trying to bait in the penalty zone onto the back. CW did not pop to go away in time, but the Divine Judgment is stolen away by Saz, and he finds the kill in Tyrant's range onto the back. But CW is not in range to go for anything. No Inspire, a boy the flicker in. The Shadow Stampede brings them back for the damage from Tadera, but a Terrify delays this inevitable end for Keyboy. 3-4-1, the Lord.
Management alone. Sans was able to slow push the top side. We saw that Boots was able to slow push the bottom side. And throughout that entirety of how that all happened, they had to lose 3 turrets, almost losing 4. And those kinds of trades, sure, in the grand scheme of things, it does favor... Wait, in the short scheme of things, it favors Geek Fam. But in the long term, it favors Onic. So they have to be careful about their housekeeping as Niall goes in with Conceal.
Conceal from below. Oh, he finds Keyboy. Drags him back. The deadly catch in time. But Keyboy gets slain by Luke. That's a massive pick-off. CW the Muddles. Deja Vu to Echo versus Onic and MSC. The same exact scenario. CW dealing damage. That's a Divine Judgment that Sans stole away. And he pulls Niall back to give Onic another kill and a breath of relief.
At least they get the one base turret from the top lane. And it's really important that Geek Fam needs to reset it right now. With a lot of minions coming, are they gonna like push it to another team fights? Because Chadera...
Oh, Divine Judgment, Boots. Bit too much that he could chew. Luke with penalty zone, torn apart. Memory! Takes Boots down, but CW does a lot of damage with the Muddles and the ammo. No Jana QT, who's now back to his old name, Hades. And yeah, no Drian, it's Sans.
And I'm wondering, can Geek Fam go 2-0 against the MSC champions? Geek Fam, did they make it to playoffs last season? They did, but barely, right?
Yeah. Unfortunately, they were sent home on the first day against EVO's Legends. Reverse swept, if you remember. But now with a new jungler in their hands who has matured and improved so much since his first debut in MPL Indonesia, they're looking to get a, is this the first win ever against Onic?
It's looking to be it. If Onic can't look for the proper engage, Luke has been astoundingly annoying, especially onto Albert in these neutral objective takes. But look at the Lord, it's so low. We're moments away of pulling the trigger.
And it's a really important Lord because it's already evolved. That can help if Onic got it, but if Geek Fam got it, it's gonna be the end if a lot of heroes from Onic getting picked off by Aloy.
Penalty zone onto the back, CW still free hitting in the back though now. Niall moving forward, finding the kill. Luke gets a call alter, torn apart memory gonna be used up as the Lord gets reset. Now to Divine Judgment. No, it's actually Winner Truncheon to evade from it. And the Muddles are still placed down. Keyboard with the Tartar's Revenge. No Flicker committed down. No Albert though. This is free for Onic. No for a Geek. Niall finds it. Beautiful retry. I thought CW would have been able to zone them away, but it's not enough.
Turret was taken down, and the Lord is marching down in the top side as well. CW. He needs to be able to be facilitated in these particular team fights. If not, we'll see the exact same story as we did earlier on in that Lord fight.
Yeah, because using Inspire, it's not easy to get out from the penalty zone Eterna, so he needs to be careful about his positioning. He's not been caught by Luke or even Beloyski.
CW is an absolute menace every single time in these kind of situations. Look at him. Oh, Beloy is looking for it. Gets caught in the Tartar's Revenge right now. Gets knocked up with the call. Alter saves his life. Boots getting brought back to the team, but still has that immortality. Now back again. Consecration. Tournament memory and a stolen penalty zone. CW again.
And now they got the momentum.
Oh man, Keyboy on his signature Kufra. We never expected, and yet the unexpected happens over and over as they go for the siege this time around.
Oh, that's a splash though. A boy finds a shutdown. It's 2! A boy with a double. It was CW earlier, now it's a boy, and it's Beloy with a Divine Judgment pulling. Keyboy back, Tartar's Revenge. Niall able to evade from it though with a good puncture out. Now Keyboy losing the immortality. Boots looking to get him out. There's a call alter from a boy to save his own life. But the whole altar will run out, and Niall will keep on going. Sans has a Divine Judgment, but it only connects onto a boy. And Niall assassinates Sans.
No way. Ladies and gentlemen, 3 members are off the board for the Yellow Porcupines. The main damage dealers are all gone. Boots and Keyboy. What in the world can they do? Just the 2 of them alone.
Boots is pulling the minions. He's successful at that. He's pulling the minions again, but Divine Judgment will be able to lock him down finally. Boots in the back. Now slamming a torn apart memory. Niall jumping in. Keyboy trying to make a miracle play. The Geeks have taken it down. The team above the sky, dragging them down to the depths.